Hi, welcome to live tutorial series from JCBRO Labs. In this live series, today we are going to talk about the tuple and the dictionaries and functions in Python. And we will be doing several data or several experiments to do that. Okay, we will also be doing live exercise for doing that. Further, in this, as we have mentioned earlier, in this series, we will ask certain questions to you, and if anyone is able to give the right answers to those questions, he will get a chance to win the cash prize, and we will send the cash prize after submitting a form by the corresponding winner. Okay, so I hope everyone is excited and everyone is eager to wait to start us. Okay, so in the meantime, let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes to others students to join. So if you have joined us, then you can write your name and in the chat box, and along with the place from where you are watching this live session. Okay, so uh, in the meantime we can have discussion. Okay, so let's say hello everyone. Okay, so we will start now. So as our first topic is tuples. Okay, so tuples are like a immutable list. So when we say the immutable list, that means the content of the tuples cannot be changed, right? Now, as far as data is concerned, like what kind of data can be put inside the tuple, then it can contain any kind of data like list. So you can think of tuple somewhat like a list, and the only difference is that they are immutable. So let's go to the Python and see like how to create the tuple in Python. Okay, this was our last video session. Okay, so here is the creation style. So we will type simply a equals to. So let's go to the view. Okay, preferences. Let's try to increase the font size of it. Okay, now I hope it's better now. So if I type a equals to 1 comma 2, so variable a is created as a tuple. Okay, now if you want to access the element, you will simply type like this. So a of 1 equals to, so its index starts from 0 and then 1, so it will give us 2. Okay, similarly if I want 0th index, that is 1. Now I want to change the value from this 2 to some other value. So let's say I type a1 equals to 5, then you will get an error like tuple doesn't support such kind of assignment. Okay, so that's what we say, like we cannot change the content of the tuple simply. Okay, okay, now coming to the second part further. Now, as we said, the assigning the tuple, we can simply, and we can access different values of a tuple. Now updating the tuple. So if we want to update the tuple, then it will be like we have to add it with the another tuple. Okay, so let's say if we have some other tuple like a, we have another one b is 1 comma 3 comma 5 comma 57 comma 10. Okay, and so we have to write like a equals to a plus b, then a is updated. Okay, yeah, so now if you want to print will be like this. Okay, And if you want to access the element, so let's say -1, a of -1, then I hope you know we'll get this element. Okay, so let's type in. Okay, now jumping to the next part in the tuple. So there are several basic operations which are supported by the tuples, that is length, minimum, maximum, or repetition, membership, and the iterations. Okay, so membership means if we want to know whether that particular number exists in the tuple or not. Okay, so let's say how to use this length. uh, so there is a tuple a. The size is given here in the variable, but we may require that particular value within our program as well. So we can type like length of a, then it will give us the final. So this is about the tuples, which we can which is defined within the Python. Okay, so that is all about tuple. So it is more like a list, everything how to change the values, how to do different kind of operations, everything is similar to the list. The only difference is in this tuple we cannot update the element. Okay, now here's the time to the question. So in this question, let's say if here, go to view and no, draw. Okay, so the answer is, let's say now our first question. Let's say we have a x and the value of x is x 10, 15, 20, 22, and 50 again, and 100. Okay, so if I type x of -3, then what will be the answer of? Okay, so I'm typing it again, repeating it again. If x is given as this one, these numbers, and then if I type x of minus, I want to access this number x of -3, then what will be the answer? So I hope some good students has joined us and they will give the answer. So in the meantime, till you find the answer, let's continue with the second topic. So it was about the tuple. So our second topic is for dictionaries. Okay, so as you guessed right, dictionary are like simple dictionary which we have seen or which we generally use for word purpose. So there is a page number, word, and corresponding definition is given there. Similarly, in the dictionary in Python, you can think of as a collection of the items, and one a particular item is associated with a particular key. So it is like key and its definition. Okay, so there is a creating of dictionary. So there are several options available. Now let's try with the Python as well. So let's say if I want to create a dictionary A, so I simply use this curly braces, and then there is a key 1, and within this value to 10, let's say, and let's say there's a key 2, and there is some string is there. Similarly, I can define key 3, and let's say uh, some list is written there, 1 comma India comma ACBRO. So it could be anything, right? It could be in a form of any combination. So a dictionary has been created, right? So similarly, there are several other ways to use dictionary as well, as shown on the screen. So right, okay, as shown on the screen, we can use any key, any string, any number, and we can assign a definition to any list or any name as well, right? So you can use dictionary keyword as well. Similarly, you can also create a dictionary using this format, D of 5 equals to DICT 1 apple, and also. So we have used in this our example as a simple form of using a dictionary like this. So now if we want to access any specific element of the dictionary, then we just have to type its key value. So let's say if I type a of 1, it will give 10. So remember, in this it is not like this is index 0, this is index 1, and this is index 2. Here we access any element by its key. If I type a of 3, we will get this number. Okay. Similarly, let's say I want to access this JCBRO, so I will type a of 3, so it will give this answer, and within this, because it is a list, so index will start from 0, 1, and then 2. So if I type a of 3 versus a of 2, then the answer will be JCBRO. Okay, Chama has typed something. Hello, sir. So, do you have any question, or it's just a welcome message? Okay, I was expecting from you to give the right answer, but okay, because you were regular in our classes. Okay, then 3 JCBR. So this is how we can create dictionary and access. Uh, Here is the Matlab. Now we want to change the number here. That means this second key value. So we simply type write a of 2. So a of 2 equals to, let's make it India. Yeah. So if we print a, so the value at key number 2 has been changed. So this is a simple operation which we can perform. Similarly, there are options like if we want to add some numbers into the dictionary, right? So let's say there is a dictionary this, and we want to add some additional key into it within the a. So we will be writing simply a of 2, like let's say uh, a of 10. So it's the key value, and we will pass let's say new string here, JCBRO. Okay, Mr. Pradeep Sharma has also joined us. Hello. So if any one of you have any doubt, you can ask in between the class as well. And then India, and then let's say we are from UP. Okay, so the key has been added to a. Where is the dictionary a? So let's print the dictionary again. Print a. Okay, so you say 10th key has been added here. So this is how you can add a new element to the dictionary. We can also delete or remove any element from the dictionary as well, and that can be done with the help of simple this delete command. So we will simply write delete and the key value. So let's see how to use that. So let's say we want to delete a of 2. So now if I update or print the variable a again, it will be 2 has been omitted from there, right? So the 2 has been deleted. Now let's say there's another one like pop. So if I type a dot pop, and let's say we want to pop out the 10th element from it, then it will simply, so this 4th has been popped up, that means it has been deleted from a. So if I type again print a, that has been deleted. So these are the certain operations which we can perform directly on the dictionaries in different formats. Okay, now coming to the next thing, that is there are several built-in functions which are supported by the dictionary, like all, any, length, and sorted, all this kind of work. Okay, so you can use in different forms. So I will add this slides along with in the description of this video, and from there you can directly download the slides as well to different definitions. Now our last topic, which is generally treated as the last topic of the basics, that is the function. That means how we are going to define the functions within the Python. Okay, so our first answer to the first question, no one has given the answer. So let's see what will be the answer of this thing. So as I mentioned in our earlier class when we were discussing the list, the index of the list it starts from here. Let's say it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if we start willing to think indexing from the end, then the index starts from -1, 3. Then what will be the answer of this? Okay, so this is our question and it is pretty easy. So I will suggest some of you will give the answer to win the cash prize. Okay, in the meantime, let's continue with the functions which we were going to talk about. In the meantime, you can think of the answer of this question. Okay, so now next is the introduction to Python. That means the functions. So remember, functions are used whenever we want to do certain piece of code again and again. So instead of writing that particular piece of code several times, we define that particular piece of code in a separate function, and then we call that particular function from the main program, and then it keeps on running, right? So its syntax is simple like this: definition, the function name, and the parameters which we want to pass into it, and then the return statements. Okay, so this is the simple definition of the function. So let's define our function in Python and let's see how it will behave. So let's clear all the variables and clear everything. Okay, so now let's define a function. So if we want to define a function, it starts with the keyword def, and then okay, sorry. So when we define a function, so it starts with a keyword def, and then within that keyword we have to write the function name. So the function name is, let's say, JCBRO. So there are several options for the function. So right now we are not passing any argument to the function. So this is known as the function without any arguments. And then we will have to put a column there and then enter. And let's say here we print inside the function. Okay, and then come back to it. Now the function has been created. Now how to access it? We have to simply write like JCBRO and it will be accessed inside the function. Okay, so let's use this script file to define the function, and first let's save it into the same location where we were saving all of the files. Go to live and we'll type test functions. Okay, so we define def JCBRO and then we will print inside the function. Okay, it has been saved. Now if we want to okay, let's define two different areas. So this is the command, this is the function area. So it will help you to visualize better. It means so that you don't get confused. And here we will writing general code or main code. Okay, saved it. So here we will call our function JCBRO. You will get here inside the function. Okay, that's pretty easy. Now let's define a function with the argument. So are passing some values to the function so that certain operation can be performed. Define a different function. So let's say def, and we define a function with the name of addition, and we will define two values into it. Okay, so now let's say I will return, okay, first let's say print a and then print b, and then I will return a plus, simple. Okay, because right now we are returning something, so when we will be calling this function, there should be some variable which will be getting this particular value. Okay, so let's comment out this particular first function and save it. Now this addition function, so addition, and then we'll type 10 comma 20, right? So and then it will be returning something, so we'll type like c equals to 10 comma 20, and then we'll type print c. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, you will get print a 10, right, b 20, and return a plus b. So we are printing here it is 30. Now think about it, if I type 220 here and 10 here, so this first value will go to a, the second value will go to b. So if I write like this one, so 20 will go to a and 10 will go to b. In earlier case 10 was going to a and 20 was going to b. So here it is, a is 10 20 and b is 10, and then addition will remain same. But think about from the case, let's say we don't want this format, and we want to assign the value to a specific variable directly when calling from the function, so that can also be done. So if I type b equals to 20 and a equals to 10, then it will be no matter where you type b equals to 20 and a equals to 10, in which order doesn't matter, this a equals to 10 means this 10 will go to a now. Okay, and this will b go to the b of the function. So this is a very cool feature of this Python. So let's type a, that means that let's run a program. So you have got a is 10 now and b is 20 now, and the sum is 30. So this is how you can define different things within the functions. Now even you can pass on the values, right? Let's say strings as well. Let's say a is b is Sachin, and I type a as JCBR. So let's guess it. So I think you are now getting what will be the output. Output will be simply the addition of these two. So let's run it. Okay, so here we got it, JCBR Sachin. Okay, so this is very straightforward, right? So this was about the functions. Now let's come to our next topic. So function with argument, keyword arguments we have talked about. Yeah, we can have a variable length argument as well. Let's say if we don't want to know how many arguments we want to pass into the function, then this particular property of the function can be very helpful to us. So in this, it doesn't matter how many elements you want. You can pass one value, two value, or three value. The only thing is inside within this definition, you can access this through with the help of a loop. So here we have defined this asterisk name. So this name we are defining right now three elements, right? Sachin, Gaurav, Avinash. And when we within this we are using the loop for I in name, and then it will print hello to the I. So this file was created in Python 2.7, so you should make yourself if you write this particular line within the Python 3.7, it will throw an error. Okay, so let's take an example for that. Okay, okay, now let's take another example, def variable argument. Okay, and then names. So within this we will simply type for I in names, and then print I, right? And here what we'll do, let's make it comment. So we'll use right now multiple line comments, and we will pass this variable argument here, like Sachin, India, and then JCB arrow. Okay, now if I run it, that will print Sachin, India, JCB arrow. Let's say I pass only two arguments here. In this variable argument function, so we'll get only two elements. Okay, so this is very good features as well. Within the Python, we can use any number of variable arguments within the Python. Okay, within the function, sorry. And yeah, now there is a global variable and the local variable, so it is very well known concept. So global variable, you can access those particular values within the entire program as it is. Okay, so you just have to, whatever we within the Python, whatever we are defining outside this function, outside this function, everything is the global. Let's say if I type a equals to 10, so this has been defined and I can use this particular 10 within this function as well, let's say. And if I type print a, we will get 10. Okay, so let's run it. A become 10. Okay, because this variable a has become a global variable, so you can use this particular variable anywhere else, right? So this is very, but let's say if I type like a equals to 10, then, or a equals to, let's say, some different value, a equals to 50, you might get, okay, here is a value, a has been modified. Now let's type a here as well, print a. So now we have defined a as a global variable, then we are calling the function variable argument. Here in this variable argument function, we have updated the value of a 50, and then we were printing the value of a. Okay, and then we are printing the value of a again once we return from the function. Let's see what we'll get. Okay, so within the function, the value of a has become to 50. Okay, but outside the function, value of a is remain as 10. Okay, so that is interesting. So if you are modifying values within this function, then doesn't have effect on the global variable. Now if you want to modify it for the global as well, then you have to write a keyword global and then type a. Now this a global a become global, and that particular a is being accessed in this function, right? And now once it is modified to 50, and let's see what output we'll get here at line number 33. So now it has been updated. Okay, so it is like the same variable a has been updated by writing this global command. Okay, so we have defined global in the function. Now whatever operations we are performing, that will modifying the original global variable simultaneously. That is why when we are calling it again outside the function, we are getting the modified value again. Okay, so this was about functions. Now there's a last thing in the function, that is the modules. Okay, so that is a very good feature of the Python. So everything can be created as a module. So some of the if you are working with the Python, so you may have heard about different kind of modules which are available with the Pythons, right? So those modules, you can define your own set of functions, and then anyone else can use those set of functions directly just by importing the module. So now creating a module is not a tough task. We have created this file and it has become a kind of a module. So let's say if I create a new file, and if I type here import test underscore functions. Okay, so it has been imported. Now we should type, okay, import test.functions, right? Now let's try to run it. Let's save it. Test modules, here, save it. So remember, right now that particular module should be in the same directory. So if you go to the files, so this test functions and test uh, modules are in the same folder. That is why it is working like this. Otherwise, if you don't put into the libraries, you have to put in the path. So the path could be the Python files path where all the libraries have been stored. So you have imported everything from it. So let's run it again. So as you are writing import this one, so this entire function has been imported, and whatever is written here, that has been executed. Okay, so that is why you are getting this kind of argument. So read or loaded modules. Now you are interested only importing certain part functions from the module. Okay, let's say we just want to import this addition function. Okay, right now you can also use the addition here as well. Addition 10 comma 20, let's say 100 comma 200. Okay, so if I type okay import, okay, sorry, right now you can't use it like this. You have to use from test function, and then you have to import everything. So all the function definition have been imported here. Right now you have to simply write like addition 100 comma 200. Now if you run it, you will get here 100 comma 200. Okay, as we changed, okay, it was returning something and we didn't get it, so it is making confusion. So let's comment it out in the module, our own module, these number of variables. Okay, here. Okay, now let's run it. Yeah, only this 100, this was returning something as well, and then we can print. Okay, here. So it is like you are importing this thing, all the functions. Similarly, there are other format as well, like you want to import any specific functions, right? So you can write like from test underscore functions import addition, import this variable argument, so var underscore arg, right? So now addition function has not been imported, so it will throw an error because addition has not been imported. We have only imported variable argument, so we can pass it variable argument, and let's say 100. Variable argument function was not returning anything, so we will be calling this variable argument with this one. So again now a equals to 50, so we'll get 50. So let's run it. So 100 250, because in the variable argument function we were only printing the arguments which have been passed in. So this is how you can create modules as well, and then you can import those modules as well within the Python. Okay, so here comes to the end of our today's class. So if anyone has doubt or you have any questions, you can let us know by commenting below this video or commenting in the chat box. Now there was one thing, the answer to the second question which we asked. So what will be the answer of this x comma 1 comma 3? So let's think about. So it is a two-dimensional matrix. So this particular matrix will be termed as, so here this is the first row and this is the second row. So the index of this one is 0 and the index of this one is 1, and within this they are list. So the index of this 0 1 2 and the index of this 0 1 2. So if we are accessing this x of 1, we'll get this one. So it will be like 22 100 and the 500, and within this we are accessing the third element. So index is 0 1 2, so the third element doesn't exist, right? So we will get an error here. So if we type this particular statement, we will get error as the output. So I hope you would have figured you may have figured it out. And this particular today's live sessions helped you a lot, helped you to understand more about the Pythons and its programming language. And we will stop here today. Finally, we also provide online training, help in technical assignments. We also do industrial project based on data science, Python, machine learning, embedded system, etc. So if you have any such requirement, you can let us know by contacting us through our website, which is www.jcbrolabs.org, or you can also mail us at info@jcbrolabs.org. So that's it for this video. Thank you and take care. Bye.